Hey, how's it going guys, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be going over some of the best early game monsters that you can pick up in Palworld. The video will mostly be centered around which pals are good for combat and world traversal, but do stay tuned because I do have plans to put more base building videos out in the future. That being said, while exploring the world of Palworld, you are going to notice that there are a ton of different pals to capture and utilize for your purposes. However, one question that a lot of people bring up is which one should I focus on now that I've started the game? Now, I'm going to say this right off the bat, you should just focus on catching everything, including duplicates, because you can condense pals into stronger pals. More information on that linked below. However, in terms of which pals I think you should focus on, there are a couple that I found really useful personally. Firstly, it's no secret that getting more powerful weapons like guns can take quite some time. This is why I think gun-wielding pals like lifmunk are a good early game choice that can be found in any of these locations on the map. Lifmunk, while pretty mundane on the surface, albeit still really cute, does have a pretty powerful partner ability that allows it to jump on your head and allow you to control its machine gun. If you want to learn more about pal partner abilities, I'll also leave that linked below. Basically, I have a guide on how to unlock the hidden potential of your pals and whatnot. It is also important to note that these are pretty common pals, meaning that you can catch many of them in order to condense them and make them even stronger. Having an early game machine gun is really nice when all you really have is like a bow or a crossbow at that point. Okay, so this next one doesn't have to be specific, but I personally like to use Malpaca here, but basically any early game pal that you can jump on its back in order to traverse the land more easily. There are several pals that can do this. I personally just found this one to be quite abundant for the sake of condensing it, but I digress. A side benefit for this one specifically is that you can put it out in the farm and get it to essentially give you unlimited wool for crafting purposes. The next pick is more centered around world traversal, though it's not a slouch in combat either. I recommend picking up Nightwave. They're pretty powerful, they're relatively easy to access, and all in all, it'll allow you to freely fly through the map because walking is not something that you'll be able to do for very long. Having a fly mount honestly will do wonders, and not much else to say here. Pretty self-explanatory, but essentially any pal that'll allow you to fly on its back and is decent in combat will do. And finally, as a bonus, I know I wasn't include base-oriented pals, but Lamball is a pretty amazing early game pal for bases. It has the ability to transport goods into storage systems and food boxes, which will act as an integral way to eventually self-automate your base. You can also let them graze in order to gain some materials. They also have the ability to do handiwork, and best of all, they're super abundant. I know that there are a lot of pals later game that will likely outshine this guy, but if you're getting started, not a bad workforce to begin with. There are many more pals that might work for you in the early game. These ones just personally helped me out quite a bit, but it is important to note that catching as many pals as possible will unlock the true potential of this game, so don't get too worried about making sure you're optimizing your experience right off the bat, because oftentimes the later game is a lot more useful and powerful than the early game stuff anyway. All that being said, I do hope this quick guide was useful for you guys, and if you have any suggestions with regards to which early game pals you think are the best, leave them down below and why you feel that way. Other than that, if you want to stay up to date on all the Palworld news and enjoy monster taming content, definitely subscribe to the channel for daily videos. You can check out my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, and channel memberships linked below. And just wanted to say special thanks to my supporters, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Candy Marunci, and Tragsoft, and we'll see you next time. Peace.